Hello traders, hello everyone, my name is Gregor Horat and welcome to our new video analysis, this time on cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies haven't seen much of the price action or volatility in the last few weeks. It's probably due to the strong US dollar because of these higher interest rates decision from the Fed yesterday. And then you have also still ongoing tensions in Ukraine. So obviously there is still a lot of risk on the table and lower stock market, and of course higher US dollar is going against the cryptocurrencies. Okay, what we also see, or how I see things, is that during any military actions, of course, when you potentially will be without internet, without electricity, well, cryptocurrencies may not help you much. Okay, so that's why I believe that if there will be more risk of coming, I still think that the S&P 500 could potentially see another retest of the lows and maybe stabilize around 4,000 levels. If that would be the case, then I think that cryptos could also see another dip here. So looking at this, some of the major cryptocurrencies here, what we are seeing is still just ongoing consolidation. So I cannot say that this has been low or bottom here in January, because simply put, we don't have any significant or strong recovery in 5 waves. Okay, so I assume that there could be another retest of the lows. I think that 30,000, 28,000, it's very, very strong potential support on Bitcoin. But keep in mind that we are observing and tracking this corrective price action when looking at Bitcoin here, even back from let me just show you here. Okay, we are looking back from this was 2021 highs. Okay, so we're still observing a corrective price action, but as I said, there is still not enough of price data to say that we are going back to the highs. I still think that we will either see a new print of the lows here in the next few weeks, and then potentially stabilize around 28,000 to complete this flat correction, where, as you can see, I'm tracking and observing this triangle in a wave 4, so looking for a final push to the downside. Then potentially we could bottom around 28,000. Okay, also notice that I have here at the bottom, I have crypto total market cap. It also keep moving sideways, and usually this sideways suggests that it's opposed within a higher degree trend. So if you look a little bit back, you can clearly see that trend has been to the downside, and now we're just moving sideways here. Okay, so in my opinion, these pairs could still easily send markets to the downside, especially, as I said, if stocks will we'll see another dip. Now, I also have an alternate scenario here, because if current price action since this January lows is really a triangle, well, triangles can be sometimes tricky, okay, because they can occur in a wave 4, but they can also occur in a wave B of a free wave correction. So even if I'm, let's say, short-term bullish here, well, there is still this triangle suggesting another push to the upside, but with a limited upside. So this upcoming rise, even if we see 48,000, 50,000, could again see limited upside. Okay, because triangle can never occur in a wave 2. So let's say that you think this is wave 1, you have a wave 2 and expect a very strong break to the upside. Well, usually if this move comes out of a triangle, then it means that sooner or later upside will be limited. So that's why I'm looking for limited upside in either case, even if just this correction consolidation since 2021 will just keep going on. I just really think that it will take a lot of time before we will finally move back to these all-time highs. Now, looking at Ethereum here, notice that I'm also observing bearish impulse away from the highs, but ideally as part of this flat correction. Why I think that this could be a wave 4? Well, notice that market has seen this broken trend line. Usually this broken trend line of this channel suggests that this is in the middle of a wave 3 price action, and normally if that represents an extended lag, this could then be a wave 3 of an impulse. So I'm looking still for another dip. As I said, there's a very chance that we will see a retest of these 2021 levels, especially if we see a drop below 2400, around there. Okay, this could be the trigger for more weakness. Now, looking at the Bitcoin Cash here, we have some potential double bottom formation here, but since market didn't break this previous resistance here at 360, around there, I still think that this is actually consolidation, maybe even represents part of this ending diagonal. Okay, so looking at the whole price action, well, that was a very strong drop here for a first wave A, and then you have a slow price action for a wave B, and now still printing a new low, but notice that this current drop is much slower compared to the first lag. Okay, and usually that's is a perfect personality where market suggests that, where the price action should suggest that market is in the final stages of this weakness. So maybe support is not far away, so watch out maybe for 200, 150. So despite the fact that we are at very low levels here, well, keep in mind that there still can be another 30, maybe 50% drop. So you really have to be nimble here. I just patiently will wait on some very strong reversal signals. Usually those cryptocurrencies will try to bottom with very strong volume at the lows with very spiky price action. Okay, for now that's still not the case here, so that's why I have to be very careful here. Now, looking at also the final market right now, which will be Ripple, notice that here I'm observing also a free wave drop away from 2021 high, so that was wave A, maybe as a leading diagonal. Then you have a sharp wave B, and now we are moving to the downside. Yes, it's overlapping price action, clearly, okay, but ideally that's going to be an ending diagonal. Okay, so why I think that this ending diagonal is still incomplete. Notice that if you think that we are in a wave C, well, then wave C should pass this wave A lows, but this didn't happen yet. So just be aware that there can be another drop coming, but I think that this market could then find very nice support and attract some buyers in the second part of 2022. Okay, so cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, are moving into some very interesting potential support levels, but they are still not showing us a price action that would suggest that bottom is in place. So just be aware that there can be more damage coming. As I said, there is Ukraine's situations in Ukraine that threatens a lot of markets. So in a very strong risk off mode, when you have a lot of fear going on, that's when cryptos will also see more weakness. Okay, so just be aware that there are plenty of risk on the table still. Traders, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and talk to you soon. Bye.